Imagine chatting with an AI chatbot that remembers your name, your details, your preferences, just like ChatGPT. So ChatGPT recently introduced memory updates where it recalls everything that you shared across multiple conversations. It's pretty cool, right? But what if you could build your own AI chatbot with this feature? And that's exactly what we are doing today inside n8n. So let's take a look at how ChatGPT handles its memory. Yeah, so let's chat with it. And I'm telling that I love sci-fi movies. Yeah, so it's a user preference. And you can see here that ChatGPT is updating its memory, which means that it stores our user preference in its memory. Yeah, if you go into settings and under personalization, there's a memory section and you can see all the memories that ChatGPT stored across all the conversations. So let's start a new conversation and ask something like recommend some movies. Yeah, so ChatGPT remembered that I love sci-fi movies and it generated a response according to it. So what it means that basically before generating a response, ChatGPT retrieves all the user's key information from its memory. So every time I start a new conversation, ChatGPT make use of this stored information to generate a response that feels more personal. And the cool part is that you can update or clear these memories and you are always in control of what ChatGPT remembers about you. Now we understand that how ChatGPT handles its memory. So next, I will show you a workflow that explains how we can integrate this feature in our chatbot. So when a user enters a question, before it reaches the AI model, our workflow will retrieve all the memories and it sends it to the AI model along with the question entered by the user. So what's the difference between these memories and conversation history? So the memory are not specific to a single conversation. It expands into all conversation, whereas a conversation history is specific only to a single conversation. Let's have a look at this in n8n. So you will see the same workflow here. So we will send a chat message. We retrieves all our memories and then we aggregate those and then we merge those with the user message and then we pass all of it that to the AI agent. And our AI agent will store the user message as memory if we tell it to do so, or if it determines that the user have shared something significant and it have to store. Let's give this workflow a run. And let's say I love horror movies. Yeah, so we're getting a response back. Horror movies are awesome. Do you have a favorite one or a specific type of horror you enjoy? So let's reset this and start a brand new conversation. Okay. First, you have to remember that our window buffer memory doesn't hold any of our preference as we started a new conversation. And let's ask recommend some movies. Yeah. So we got that horror movies. Since you love horror movies, here are some requirements. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, so it's basically retrieved our preference that I love horror movies from our memory and it generated a response according to it. So what it means that irrespective of how many chats you had with the AI agent, it keeps track of user details, user preferences, and it generates responses based on that. So are you ready? Let's start to build the workflow. So I have created a workflow. Let's rename it to memory agent. And Let's add a simple chat now. So if you want to use Telegram or WhatsApp as the chat interfaces, then you can use it too. But for the sake of this tutorial, I am keeping it simple. And let's add an agent node. And for the chat model, I'm using OpenAI chat model. And if you don't know how to add a credential in the chat models, then please watch my n8n masterclass tutorial. I have already uploaded in my channel. And for the LLM model, I am using GPT-4o. So I have found a way to get the OpenAI API for free that I will share it with you in my next video. So please wait for it. And for the memory, I am using window buffer memory. And for the context window length, I am 20. This is basically how many messages we want to save it. So next, I want to add the tool. So we can use any database here. It's up to you. You can use Airtable, Google Sheets, or anything you want. I am using a Superbase table here. So sorry, I missed one thing. I forgot to add the system message. So let's add it. Yeah, I'm providing a role that you're a helpline friendly assistant and you are currently talking to Kyle. Yeah, so you can always change the username, that you can dynamically populate the username if you integrate with the WhatsApp or Telegram, but I am keeping it simple. So that's why I am explicitly telling the AI that you are currently talking to Kyle. And I have provided a rule when Kyle shares new details about the sum, determine if the information is worth remembering. If it is, use the memory tool to store it. Do not mention this process, just continues responding naturally. Okay, and the tools. So I have provided a name of the tool, memory storage, and when to use this tool. Okay, that's all. That's all the system prompt. So next we need to create a Supabase table to insert and access the memories. So if you don't know how to create a Supabase table, just go to supabase.com and create an organization, then create a project. So I have created a project named long-term memory, and you will reach an interface like this when you create a project. Okay, then go to the project settings and then the data API, and you will see the project URL, and the project URL is your host and the service role is your secret key, and then you have to add it in the Supabase. So just create a new credential and copy paste the host and the service role secret key. If you don't know how to create a credential, please check out my n8n Ultimate Masterclass tutorial that I have already uploaded in my channel. And then we have to create a table to insert and retrieve our memories. So just go to table editor. I have already created it, one called memories, but I will show you how to create it from scratch. So just go to table editor and then create a new table. So for the name, I'm naming it as memories. Okay, I'm leaving the description. And then for the column names, so there's already ID and created it, and I'm giving an username. And next we have to create another column to store our memories. So I am giving the name description for it. Yeah, so basically it stores the summary of the memories, and I have to give the data type to each of them. So both are text. Okay, then save. So let's go back to n8n and we have to update the Supabase tool. and I'm gonna change the table name to memories. And for to fill the values in the row, so for the first field name, username, select the username, and for the value, I'm gonna expressly give Kyle. So I'm telling this another time. If you want to integrate WhatsApp or Telegram or any other chat interfaces, then you can also dynamically populate this value with that username. So for the second field name, I'm gonna give the description. So for this, the AI agent needs to intelligently grab the uh, details from the user chat, and it have to place in this field value. So for that, n8n have a template called from a placeholder name, and the placeholder name I'm renaming it to memory, and the agent automatically updates this field's value. Yeah, I missed one thing. Sorry for that. So I have to change the name of the tool from Supabase to what I have given in the system prompt. So I have given memory storage as the tool name. So we're gonna change the Supabase to, let's rename it as memory storage. Yeah, all done. So let's test it. So let's chat. Gonna tell hello. Yeah, so we're getting response successfully. Hi there, Kyle. How is it going? Yeah, let's provide a user preference. I have a pet name, what to tell? Dingo. Yeah, so it's running. Yeah, you can see that the memory storage tool is successfully called. I can ask another one. I love romantic movies. Okay, yeah, listen to it's successfully called our memory storage tool. So let's take a look at the Supabase table. Yeah, you can see our two preferences. Kyle has a pet named Dingo. Kyle loves romantic movies. So it is saved successfully. Our AI agent saved my details successfully in the Supabase table. So next we have to provide the retrieved memories as the system prompt. So we're gonna here are the last noteworthy memories that you collected from the user, including the date and type. Yeah. So let's create a node that retrieves the okay. Let's add the Supabase get many rows. Okay, yeah, I have already added the credential. So let's select the memories table, and in filters, so let's select the username condition is equals, and then Kyle. Yeah, so it selects the rows that have the username Kyle from the Supabase table. So don't forget that if you are gonna integrate WhatsApp or Telegram, then you can dynamically assign the username value. Yeah, don't forget that. And next we are gonna test this step. So let's test this step, and we have got the two items from the Supabase table. So basically it's from the Supabase table that have the username Kyle. Yeah, but what if we give these two items directly to a agent? It calls a agent two times. So we're gonna aggregate that. Yeah, so let's aggregate that all item data into a single list. Then we're gonna rename it to like what? Memories. Okay. Now what to include? Yeah, let's give that. Yeah, so to include in the fields, what we have to include? Basically the description and the create edit field. So description is the summary of the memories, and the create edit field is the date which it is created, date and time. Okay, so let's test this step, and you're gonna see that it is aggregated into a one item, and then we're gonna merge it. So we're gonna merge it with the user's chat message. Change it from append to combine and then all possible combination. Yeah, so it merged into one item. Yeah, now it's ready to give it to the AI agent. Let's give the variable name. So let's drag the memories object to the system prompt. Then you can see the result that it's an object. So we're gonna need to change it to a JSON string. Yeah, it's successfully converted into a JSON string using toJSON string function from JavaScript. So all done. Let's give it a spin. Let's say hello. Hi there, Kyle. How's it going? Yeah, it's running properly. And let's say I love Spanish cuisine. So as it is a user preference, the agent is calling memory storage tool to store our preference in the super-based storage. Yeah. So let us recommend some recommend food for dinner. Okay. Now it's retrieving our preferences from the memory and then it generates a response based on that. Yeah, it's cool, right? It's a love Spanish cuisine. How about trying? Yeah, it's retrieving our memory and merge it. And from the agent, we are getting the response. Okay, that's nice. So if we gonna check our superbase table, let's refresh it. Yeah, you can see that I love Spanish cuisines. It's storing our user preference. So that's all. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want the workflow for free, I will share a link to that in the description. And if you don't know anything about AI agents or n8n, I have already posted a n8n Ultimate Masterclass on my channel. Please watch it. And yeah, thank you for watching.